Good morning, everybody. How we doing out there, Bob?
Doing good, man. Doing good. It's Friday.
It is
Glory
Friday.
days.
We made it.
Yeah. Well,
We,
some of us have. I'm still on the boat. I haven't gotten off this ship yet, man.
yeah, I know it. We're sitting here. I see you over there trying to cover a couple of your trucks you got running around out there. Where's
It's
he?
life.
Where's he at right now? Where are you having a hard time finding a load at? That might be some pertinent information to give somebody.
We're shopping out of Kansas City, and it's not for the lack of a load. I just got Super Trucker of the Year, who can put down an amazing amount of miles and keep these guys happy. Sometimes you got to do some digging,
uh,
and unfortunately, that's just one of these Fridays.
yeah, this guy's a runner for sure. Um,
Hey, no lie.
yeah, no doubt. Anyway, wanted to talk to you guys today about something. We do weekly competitions here, and I think we'll make a good habit of getting on here Thursday or Friday and kind of going over the winning run for the week. And this week it happened to be Bob, the winner. Congrats! But we're
Nice little bonus.
yeah, took the bonus home this week. So this is going to be a run that somebody could do on a flatbed in the Midwest. And you kind of design this run. When we do these, we talk about like a starting point. So our truck started here in Iowa. Um, can't remember the town, but it's right here by Des Moines somewhere where we started off.
It was Mason City.
Oh, Mason City. That's right. Yeah, so it was up here.
Yeah.
So anyway, your truck started off out of Shell Rock. We ran him all the way over here to Holiday City. He kind of circled back, ran into Elkhart, brought another load all the way back over here into Shell Rock or Hampton, one of these. And then you kind of ran him back over, but on the way back this time, you ran him up into Wisconsin here. And then we ran him back down into Des Moines this route. And he actually had a pretty lucrative week doing that. Let me see if I got the actual. Oh, here we go. I'll give you guys the numbers here. So this truck grossed well after spending $1,900 in fuel. He grossed $8,872 on 2,740 miles for the week, and he's averaging what about 500 miles a day? Well, not even, maybe a little less
Uh,
than that.
no, I'd put him at like 550, honestly, because one day he had like 450, and the rest of them were pretty up there.
Yeah,
In order to win those competitions, you got to run as many miles as you can in the highest paying lanes you can. So,
yeah, that's what we're
try to get him
doing.
600 a day.
As
Yeah.
we're just looking for the highest paying lane in certain regions. This week it was the Midwest. So if you're running a flatbed in the Midwest, and you're anywhere along this route, this would be something to consider because this was the best paying lane in the Midwest this week with a flatbed. We had other
Yeah.
guys. We had other guys coming pretty close. I think a couple of the other guys came right under you, but they didn't. I don't think they
We
ran their
were all
truck
pretty
back up
ballpark.
through here. Yeah,
We all landed pretty close together as far as our rate, which is really good, which means all our team is performing at the highest standard. Because if they're keeping up with me, I'm just kidding. But
oh, your head's starting to swell, Bob. Your head's
yeah,
starting to
I
swell.
know.
Watch out. But yeah, no. So this was a little piece of information I wanted to share with everybody when we're talking about finding the best paying lanes, and hiring us for your dispatch service. These are the kind of things we do here. We look at the markets, we look at the numbers, and we try to maximize the profits on your truck by doing this. This is one thing that we do here. So if you sign up for our services, you can expect the same for your truck. We're gonna maximize your profits, and like I tell everybody, if I can make you more money than you actually pay me for my services, then essentially the services are free. So why not give us a shot? Check us out right here, fourkeyslogistics.com, where you can sign up for services right here on the website. Another thing we wanted to talk about was just the capacity and the trends and what we're seeing out here. What are you thinking about the Midwest? I mean, not the Midwest, Robert, but the Southeast. Are we seeing any
Dude,
changes?
honestly, I feel like everything's moving in a positive direction. I really, I mean, other than struggling to get this guy covered right now, but that's of no fault to the market or that. That's really just a timing situation. This guy runs so fast I can't keep up. But
Yeah.
you know, these rates are going pretty good. I mean, I'm seeing some top of the market rates. And it doesn't seem to be a problem with loads. There's tons of them out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
There are
there's
tons
still
of
tons of them out there.
what we're seeing for the first time is that capacity is actually starting to flood in to the southeast. We've been talking about this market being pretty good, but we're going to start seeing that turn, and as we kind of analyze it next week, capacity is shifting into this area, but it's shifting out of the Dallas, or I mean the Texas area. So if you're looking to run your truck, don't run them back down here because you missed the boat on the good paying freight. Now the boat is over here in Texas. So if you're running this southern region, Texas is where you're going to find your money at next week. And we'll kind of monitor it as we go. On the West Coast, looks like the Idaho market here is starting to wane for capacity as well. So a little bit of gym for you guys there. You don't want to go with the capacity. You want to go against the capacity because that's where you're going to make your money. Um, we were looking at this story this morning. Kind of sad.
It's terrible.
Semi truck launches rock through car windshield. The dangers of driving on the road with a big rig are there. And these are the kind of things that can happen. This was just a
Yeah.
innocent. This was an accident all the way around. The truck was just passing the car, and he threw up a rock and went through the windshield. And
Does it say what size rock?
what was that?
It's got to be a pretty good. It's got to be a pretty big rock.
Yeah, they said it was a pretty good sized rock that went up through. The rock smashed. Um,
See,
yeah,
I
but
have an experience with that. I was on a country road passing a sheriff's officer, and my truck kicked up a pebble and it hit the officer's window. And I actually got pulled over by the officer, thinking that like somebody shot at him, but it was just a pebble striking his window from my trailer. We were passing opposite directions,
yeah,
so
it's crazy.
it's dangerous.
Kind of like what we talked about yesterday. Um, Let me close this. When we were talking about, them training teenagers to drive on the road with big rigs, that's another thing. Anytime I pass a big rig or a big rig passes me, I make it quick. I know how easily those tires blow out and how much pressure comes with them. That's usually my concern, but rocks is another one. So when you're passing a big rig, don't linger next to them. Get in and get out. If you're gonna do it quick. Don't hang out next to
Hmm.
them. That's never a good idea. So that's what I wanted to bring up with that was just when you're around big rigs and they're moving down the road, you just never know what can happen. Anything can go wrong real quick. So maneuver around them quickly. Don't linger around them. What are we reading here, Robert?
Well, with that sadness comes a big old dose of the feels, brother.
Love it.
My favorite thing and the thing I was most excited for when I first got my license, and I waited. I had to wait so long for this to happen to me. You're cruising down the road brand new with your CDL license, you pass school bus after school bus after school bus, and you don't get no toots. Well, the first time you get one, it makes you feel good. And
What?
the story right here kind of brought me back to that sentiment of being a young truck driver, getting that feeling for the first time. Kind of heartwarming, you know. You see all these young kids, and they're probably the only one out on the road that really looks up to you. You know, they
It's
see you passing by, and you're that cool big rig running down the road.
It's kind of a
So it's a cool
lost.
story.
It's kind of a lost thing. When I was a kid, man, every time we seen a big rig, it was you're doing this,
Yeah,
but you don't see it as much
yeah.
anymore. I don't think. I guess it's out there
No, it's
somewhere, but
crazy.
you don't see it as much here. Uh-oh, man killed challenge after smashing into the back of disabled flatbed. You see this a lot with drunk drivers. They see the taillights and then they just kind of run into them.
Mm-hmm.
So with this,
Gotta pay attention, man.
This could be a lesson for the truck driver as well if he didn't have his safety triangles out or flares or something to indicate he was broke down
Or
on
four
this
ways.
the liability may fall on this truck. So you guys, if you're broke down on the side of the road, you got those safety triangles for a reason. Put them out there. Know how to distance them. You know, if you're on a hill, if you're on the side of the road, flat land, curve. You know, you need to put them out there because, you know, if he had these out there
Definitely.
properly, and I don't know if he did or not, but if he didn't, he could be liable here for
Well, if
the,
we were left to speculate, you don't see the four ways going. You still see his brake lights on, though.
yeah.
There should have been a triangle right there at the back of the trailer, right?
Yeah,
Or
there should have
close
been.
to it.
Yeah,
So,
there should be one there, and then you know they space them out from there. It really depends on if you're top of the hill or curve on where you'd put them. But
yeah, what scenario?
yeah, but maybe we can kind of go over some of that information one day. But yeah, so that's sad news
So, because
again.
that's stuff you read about in the handbook and forget after that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely sad. Biden emphasized Buy America during Mac Trunk Lehigh Valley visit. Good. Buy American Mac, you know, Macs actually have a decent name. They're real, you know, strong, sturdy trucks. I've never owned a Mac myself, but you don't really
Yeah,
see
I've
as
never
many of
had the
those out
pleasure
there
of
on the
driving
road.
one.
You know, some people love them. You know, they buy them, they love them. I always kind of advocate for buying Freightliners with Detroits because they're going to be the best bang for your buck. So if you're looking to buy a truck and you're an owner operator and you're considering buying anything, you know, you want to buy something where you can find the parts and you can find them at a decent price. And you know you don't want to overpay for the truck because essentially you're just gonna go out there. It's a work truck, you know. If you're gonna drive it yourself and you want
Yeah,
something nice like a Peterbilt or Kenworth or Western Star, and you want to fancy it up, go for it. But it can cost you some money to do it. If you're just looking for
definitely.
a working man's truck, is what I like to call it. You know, get a Detroit DD15 or 13, put it in your Freightliner and go to work, make some money. But yeah, so Biden's over here visiting the old
It's
Mac deal.
interesting. Not to be political, we'll save that for something else. But he said he was a truck driver.
Who?
He said he drove 18 wheelers before,
Who
and
did? Biden?
Biden.
Oh, good for him.
Internet's giving him a lot of flack for that.
He probably didn't drive them long. You never know.
Yeah,
He's not your typical
it's
truck driver if I'm looking at him.
yeah.
Uh,
He came in there with on a whim and ready to do it though. That's my favorite quote. I'm not going to say anything. I just came to drive a truck.
did he drive
So it
one?
sounds like he was out. I'm not sure if he did or not.
I don't think
I
so.
didn't get too deep into it. I'm
Uh,
a headline chaser, man.
yeah. Yeah, you like those headlines. That's what everyone does
Yeah,
anyway, right? Just scroll through, pick the
yeah.
best headline. Um, Whatever won't catch your eye. This is some good news right here. We talked about this guy right here shooting at trucks. They caught him. So
They got him.
they finally got him. So that's good. You
Yeah.
know, you can't go around shooting at trucks. So I'm glad they did catch him. You know, you don't really want
I'm not
those
sure
kind of
when
people
they
running
got him,
around.
but it looks like they caught him at home. He wasn't a very smart man. He had his car parked outside the apartment.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe he wanted to get caught. Who
internet
knows?
famous, right?
Yeah. You never know. But anyway, that's a little bit of good news there. So we'll wrap it up. We're about 13 minutes in. We kind of gave you guys a little gym here on the Midwest flatbed. I'm sure you could probably do this with a dry van, and you know come up with some similar numbers. But this was for a flatbed. So if you're looking at this and you got a flatbed, you know if you got a dry van, maybe run the number before you run it. But if you got a flatbed and you can make this loop work for you, you make some money doing it. So on that note,
Be
uh,
lucrative.
we'll log off. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe, hit that like button. We're just kind of getting this thing off the ground. We're going to be here daily, Monday through Friday. This is basically just our team meeting. We're putting it out there for you guys to see this kind of stuff we talk about. If you're looking for dispatch service, give us a try. You can go to our website, fourkeyslogistics.com. And on there you can sign up, and we got some tools. I got my free cost per mile calculator. So if you don't know your cost per mile, guys, Four Keys Logistics, click on the free cost per mile calculator and run your numbers. Find out if you're making money or not, or
Might
if
surprise yourself.
yeah, or if you don't want to do it, give us a call. I'll tell you what your cost per mile is. We'll work it out for you. So, you have anything else to say before we sign off? Sign off here, Bob.
No, just give us a like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Sounds good. All right, guys.
All right, man.
Till
Take it easy.
next week. We'll see you guys on Monday. We're out.